Hey, Sister Wives fans. Well, we are seeing the romance of Kody Brown and David Woolley unfold in season 19 and on next Sunday's episode. She isn't even waiting on a ring. Kody is taking a huge leap of faith and doing something wild, something many women wouldn't do. And it's great. Let's talk about it. But if you haven't subscribed, please smash that button to follow us. And I have to say, I love every time David's name comes up on these new episodes because Kody is all smiles. After 18 seasons of seeing her miserable with Kody, downtrodden, lonely, unloved, and begging for her husband's attention, this is all so amazing for her. And it's uplifting to see the possibilities after almost 3 decades in a miserable marriage that Kody is getting this total life redo, and good for her. So last week on Sister Wives, her kids got to hear that she and David fell in love fast, and now things are moving even faster, like wicked fast. Kody is thrilled to go look at wedding venues on next Sunday's episode of Sister Wives. And this filmed at the end of January 2023, about 2 months after she began dating David Woolley. 2 months after they started dating and well before he proposed in April of 2023. So a couple of months after that. And she confirmed, we are looking at wedding venues today in this new clip from the show. She's not waiting on that ring, and that's okay with her. And it's clearly okay with David. He's right there. He's on board. He's at her side, all smiles. Kody has David with her, and his son Max is along. So obviously his kids are fine. And also there with her are daughters Isabel and Truly. They are at a place called Red Earth Venue, meeting with the owners. It's really cool, like very glassy place right beside these red cliffs. Isabel said in a confessional that she's happy for her mom, said her mom is sparkling and glowing. I agree. And Kody's daughter said David is absolutely smitten with her mother, and he should be. It's got to be so great for Kody's kids to see somebody respecting and loving their mother in a way that she deserves. I don't think that there's been a real good example set for these kids of functional, loving adult relationships in their lives, which is really sad. So Isabel said David's incredible with Truly, and she said his children are phenomenal, but it is moving extremely fast. Isabel said it's moving at a pace that's faster than she would like it, but it's up to Kody. So the owner of the venue said, so you're engaged? And Kody corrected her, no, we're not engaged yet, but we've got to get that venue down. And David just stood there, head nodding while all this goes on. In her confessional, Kody said, yeah, we're not engaged yet, but you got to get that wedding venue locked down. And she said, he already locked me down, but the wedding venue, he's really got to get that locked down. So at this point, although there was no public proposal, it's pretty obvious David and Kody had already made plans to spend the rest of their lives together. I mean, they swapped I love yous after a week and a day, as she told her kids on the last episode of Sister Wives. So after 2 months, she and David looking at wedding venues, that's not really surprising at all. In fact, it's kind of amazing. It's sweet. It's very romantic. Kody told the venue owner, we don't know when to do stuff, but we do know we need to get the venue so we know when to tell people to mark it on their calendars. And the owner told her and David, congratulations, regardless. And then Janelle got a confessional moment, and she said Kody was telling them about David. And Janelle said, it seems kind of soon, but if you know, as they say. So Kody joked, hey, we've been dating a good 6 weeks to 2 months already. Oh yeah, we're on top of it. We are not taking it slow. I'm 50. So the timeline on this romance with David and Kody from her side is pretty well known. She left Kody November 2021. She dated a bit. She's talked about that with not a lot of luck. And then she met David a little over a year after she had left Kody Brown. And about 4 months after they began dating, they got engaged, and they were married 4 months after the engagement. 6 months after the engagement. As for David, his timeline was he lost his wife 10 years before he met Kody. She died in 2012. He had been a single dad to 8 children all that time. And he had been married to his wife for 22 years at the time of her death. And it's a very sad story. I'm not going to say his wife's name here, but one of David's daughters shared some of her frustrations in a video that she released actually right after this event took place in real time, right after they were out shopping for wedding venues. One of his daughters published a video. She was very upset because a tabloid put out some really harsh stuff about her mother with her name and some unflattering photos she said her mom would not have wanted used. And she said that they didn't really reach out appropriately about things. Anyway, the bottom line is David's wife took her own life, and her daughter had spoken about it publicly even before her dad was dating Christine and was on Sister Wives and becoming a public figure. So David's daughter said she works hard on her mental health and has spoken about her mom for a long time. And she said, you can scroll down my social media and see it. She said because she always hopes that others would see some of her posts and would get help if they needed it. But she also called out these tabloids that were trying to make her mom part of a narrative of a TV show that she's just clearly not part of. So my larger point is this: David was alone for a long time too, as was Christine. Although she was in a marriage to Kody, she felt alone. She felt without a partner. Intimacy, went without love for a long time. According to Kody, he never loved any of his other wives. So yeah, I can see why both David and Christine moved fast once they found their soulmate in each other. And David's daughter also said she is so happy that her dad found someone that he loves. She said he is very happy and says her mom would be happy for him. And she said him finding somebody else does not ruin her mom's memory at all. And of course, she posted that right after they were looking for the wedding venue, and she absolutely would have known that her dad was moving towards this lifelong commitment with Christine. And by the way, although you see David and Christine checking out the Red Earth venue, which is a cool place, she and David wound up choosing Red Cliffs Lodge for their October wedding, which was a riverfront, really cool place. So yeah, to some, it might seem like they're jumping the gun, but I do get why Christine Brown was ready to get started with her happily ever after with David Woolley, even if it meant locking down the venue before he slid that engagement ring on her finger. It's pretty cool watching their love story unfold before our eyes. And hey, if you're not following us, please click subscribe.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.